Hello, hello, hello to all of my amazing Cancers. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with a very special reading on today. Happy Saturday to all of my Cancers. Cancers, we are 2 days away from the next full moon, and I believe it's the full moon in Pisces. So, woo, that's a lot of emotions. And it's your ruling planet. The moon is your ruling planet, which we know is a luminary. It's not a planet, right? So, yes, a lot of emotions there. So let's get into your reading. Plus, we're going to talk about the overarching theme is going to be compromise. And we're going to talk about the number 7. So let's go. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special reading for my amazing Cancers as it relates to every area of their lives, specifically in areas of power and intellect, money and wealth, creativity and emotions and spirituality, and where they need to take action. Yes, Cancers, I am talking to my sweethearts who are also empaths. Love to give your absolute best. You don't hold back your emotions. You all are very charming. Human lie detectors. Try to lie to a Cancer. Good luck with that one. Cancers are also tenacious, highly imaginative, loyal, persuasive, emotional in a good way, and sympathetic. Yes, so Cancers, I want to help you all get to a place where, because your ruling planet, the moon, never goes retrograde, you're always in control of your emotions, no matter who it is. I want to help you all get to that place of learning how to balance out your emotions sooner than later, where you are over nurturing energies. You don't want to do that because that's where people take advantage of you. Yeah, y'all need to start leaving some people where they got y'all messed up at. That's what you need to start doing sooner. Yeah, this is nice. Look at this. Look at this. I'm loving, loving, loving this energy. Look at these cards popping out. There's a lot of, look at these cards. Okay, let me show you all the cards that came out. This is nice. Very, very nice. First card out is the star card, which is attached to Aquarius, right? So here's the thing. I see you all being fixated, because Aquarius is a fixed sign. So you being fixated on your healing, because this card is about healing, right? Just really being fixated on your own healing, learning how to balance out your energy. You're divine feminine by default. Aquarius is divine masculine by default. So this is where you're focusing on your own internal healing, right? Not necessarily healing everybody around you. First with self. Like, I'm going to heal myself first before I can adequately help to heal people around me, because you all are natural nurturers. So a lot of people are attracted to your energy, but it doesn't mean that if you don't have anything left to give, how are you going to heal people if you haven't completely healed yourselves? We have the Hierophant card, which is Taurus, which is also a fixed sign. So there's a lot of fixed energy here. I see you feeling a lot organized, a lot more logical in your thinking. I see you being a lot more patient with your own healing. This is about you healing yourselves. Here we have 4 of Cups. A lot of you all have gotten to the point where you were just ruminated over people taking advantage of your kindness, taking it for weakness, and you've given it so much thought. You got sick and tired of being sick and tired of thinking about it, right? You know, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired of thinking about some stuff, right? There are going to be some people that's going to want to come back to your space, Cancer. And they're going to try to appeal to your emotions because they're so used to you just giving in and nurturing them. They're going to be real shocked when you won't be interested in entertaining them anymore, right? Because you're healed. Healed people move very differently than hurt people. Hurt people are looking for something they can attach themselves to, hoping it's going to make them feel better. Healed people are like, I don't really need anybody because we're all interconnected. So I'm going to pick and choose who I'm going to allow attach their energy to me, or I'm going to attach my energy to theirs, because I'm concerned about being their toxicity, right? So there are going to be some people that's going to be real shocked that you won't want to have anything to do with them. And it's going to shock you too, like, whoa, I actually did it. Like, and I feel better. Like, I don't feel bad that I rejected them, right? But it's more for their protection, because a lot of them need help. And so you being in a position at first needing help for your own past wounds, you needed healing for your own past wounds. You weren't really in a position to help them. You really weren't, right? And guess what else is making room for? More money. You all are the money sign for a reason. Fully balanced out Cancers, because Capricorn is your polarity. But fully balanced out Cancers don't have money problems. You all are the money sign. Money is just energy, right? But when you have so much energy attaching itself to you, sometimes you don't know whether the energy is toxic or not toxic or healed, right? And so you all are being a lot more cautious about who you allow in your space, right? And guess what? That's going to help the pure relationships around you flourish even more. So let's say, for instance, Cancer, you're in a relationship with somebody, and that person is like, hey, Cancer, these people are taking advantage of you. Your family members taking advantage of you, this, and you didn't want to listen. Or your friend, your best friend, they taking advantage of you. We're not talking about somebody who is trying to intentionally ostracize you from somebody, from your support system, so that they can manipulate you and gaslight you. We're not talking about unhealthy stuff. We're talking about somebody who is in your life that really wants the best for you, that wants you to have happy, healthy relationships, and they can see that these unhealthy relationships around you are literally killing you. And they're saying to you, hey, Cancer, these people don't have your best interest at heart. The only time they call you is when they want something from you. The only time they are in your face is when they want to just suck you dry, drain you dry of your great advice, your money, your time, your energy. And so you started listening to sound advice. You started receiving from God, the universe, a body of water. Some of you all went to the beach, like really sat down and thought about some things. Like, there's some people I'm not letting get back in my space anymore, because I remember how I felt when they were in my space. That's not going to happen again, and you're feeling so much better. The sun, okay, you got 3 fixed signs up here. You got Aquarius, you got Taurus, and now Leo. You can have all of this in your chart where you are fully tapped into those parts of yourselves. And here's the beautiful thing. These are both divine masculine signs. This is divine feminine. This Taurus is divine feminine, like you are. And you're committed to healing yourself. You're committed to being happy. And you're committed to nurturing yourselves, and just nurturing yourselves in a way that you're being patient with yourself. That's what I mean. Here we have the Strength card. Leo again. Sun card is attached to Leo. Strength card is attached to Leo. So this is double Leo energy, right? So again, some of you all are not letting people back into your space, and it's going to shock you. Like, you're like, no, I'm committed to my healing. I'm going to tap into my strength. I'm committed to being happy. I don't want a bunch of drama. Here we have the Fool card, which is attached to the planet Uranus, which is retrograde right now, but it's also one of Aquarius's ruling planets. So again, you are committed to happiness. You're committed to new beginnings. You're committed to healing yourselves. You're committed to being fully tapped into your empathic gifts and your intuitiveness. You're fully tapped in there, and you are so happy on your spiritual journey. You've ascended higher, right? So again, look at all these major things that have happened. This is attached to Pluto. Pluto is retrograde right now. So you got 2 planets up here that are retrograde. Pluto is retrograde and Uranus is retrograde. Uranus is a planet of sudden change. Like, suddenly it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. I'm actually happier without certain people. I don't want them back. They were draining. They were this. They were that. So I had to ascend higher to see it. That, hey, no, they were taking too much energy from me. As a matter of fact, I feel better that they're not around. I feel like I have more energy, like this childlike exuberance. So this is what's happening here. So you have more fire in you now that they're not. And now that they're not around, guess what's coming more? More money. At least 8 streams of income. You don't want them back, right? You're like, nah. When I wanted you to do right by me, you just couldn't. Something in you just couldn't do right. So now that I'm healed and I'm looking at things from a higher perspective, my thoughts are a lot more logical, organized. I'm going to be more patient with my own healing process. I gave this a lot of thought. Now that you want to come back, the answer is no. It's not no because I'm bitter or hurt or angry. As a matter of fact, I'm saying no because I am healed. I'm happy. I tapped into strength I didn't even realize I had. I had to go to a higher frequency to see, hey, I'm actually better off without them. Yeah. So when we talk about compromise, we know the definition of compromise is to accept standards that are lower that's desirable, right? So you had to. This is not putting you on a pedestal like you're better than somebody else, Cancer, but your growth has ascended at ascended at a higher frequency than theirs, right? And so they see the growth in you, and that's what's causing them to want to come back. But you're not interested. You're like, thank you for noticing my growth and thank you for noticing my healing, but I'm good. Like, I'm good. Again, it's not bitterness, it's not anger. You're in such a good place mentally and emotionally and physically. Like, this is like the best you've ever felt in a long time, and your money is looking good, and it's like, I wouldn't go backwards if somebody paid me to. There's no amount of money that would cause me to go backwards. None whatsoever. Yeah. Some of y'all, even if you don't have people around you that have been telling you, hey, I want you to focus on getting your healing, Cancer, so that you'll be able to see people for who they really are. You're too spiritually gifted. You're too spiritually talented to keep letting certain energies stay in your space, to keep nurturing this. And so now you're at a place that's like, I see it. I actually see it. So for those of you who did not physically have people around you telling you, this is where the beach and this is where water and this is where all the other elements came in. You sat down somewhere and you started to open up that portal so God can speak to you. It could have come across as a whisper. It could have come across as a very clear voice. But nevertheless, the messages came across and you started really paying attention. Like, I haven't had this much peace and I don't know how long. I just like this sound of just this quiet, right? I like the sun seems like it's shining brighter. I feel like I'm happier. I'm not dealing with a bunch of drama. I'm not dealing with a bunch of complaining, a bunch of this, that, and I'm not dealing with that anymore. So yeah. And we talk about the number 7. And the reason why I chose 7 is because we're in the September, which is 9th month, but it's the word September came from the Latin word septem, which means 7. That's why we chose the number 7. But 7 looks like a lightning bolt, and it symbolizes lightning insights, intuitive downloads that come out of the blue and light up your mind. And so 7 actually can bridge anything, making connections between ideas and subjects that seemingly have no common ground, right? Like light and dark, good and evil, right? So in this sense, the 7 is appropriate because you're seeing the good in them and the evil in them, and you have made a clear, firm decision. Hey, I see the good in them, I see the bad in them, but I see that it's best for me to move on without them, right? There could be some people around you that only saw the good in them, and there's some piece of people around you that saw the bad in them, but you're like, you see both sides. You see the pros and cons of having experienced that person or people, and you're saying, no, I choose them going along without you, right? Yeah. And so 7 also opens to the left, which means the past. So 7s have good memories and they enjoy looking back at history to gather wisdom and understanding of the present. So you get an opportunity to really sit down in this when you were overthinking this, you were sitting down and you were thinking, I tried to play this every way possible. If I let this person back in my life, then maybe we could do this. And then everything just came out no. Every time you thought about them, everything just came back no. You're actually better without them. Yeah. So, yeah, there's no reason for you to be bitter. None whatsoever. Beauty ritual. Yes. I love this because some of you all, like I said, are going to take your time. And this is for the men too, right? Of course, some of you all, maybe getting your nails polished clear, or taking the time to go grooming, go to the barbershop or whatever. But I'm seeing beauty ritual, for all of my cancers, really taking time to just nurture yourselves and do things that you love to do, because it hasn't been this peaceful for you in a long time. I'm telling you, they want to come back. They're starting to see some changes in you, but you would not have, as long as they were in your life, Cancer, there's no way you could have seen this thing happen right before your eyes, this healing happen right before your eyes, as long as they were there, because they were just too much of a distraction. And so that's what you no longer want in your life. And so the universe is replacing them with this. Tons of money. And so when your person, meaning soul tribes, new friends, maybe possibly romantic interest, if you're not married, if that's what you're interested in, when they come across your path, you'll be able to recognize it right away, because now you had an opportunity to tap into your spiritual gifts and be able to see beyond people's physical appearance, back through their past lives, and decide, are we on the same frequency? All right, we are. I'm going to take my time to get to know them, to see, where they are, and listen to your highest self at that, right? No more compromising for you. No more being in battle with your highest and lowest self. You're constantly deferring to your highest self, which is your gifts. And because you've decluttered that other stuff from the past. So your thoughts are a lot more structured. They're a lot more organized. You feel great. I'm telling you, a lot of Cancers, you haven't felt like this in a long time. You just feel good about life. That's what I have for you, Cancers. Have a great one. And again, getting ready for this full moon, right? Yeah, let everybody else around you, go through their changes or whatever. But for you, you're very clear. You're very logical. You're very grounded. You are feeling better than you felt in a long time. And again, people are going to try to come back. You're going to respectfully decline their offer. That's what I have for you. Bye.